just leaving Annan. It was very nice of them to take us away from the busy road bridge to get across the river. I don't even know what river this is. Hoping for a glimpse of the Solway Firth on this brow of the hill. There it is.
This long, low little cottage was actually the first ever savings bank in the world. And there was public outcry recently when they were going to just empty of it all its contents. It is a museum. And I think the locals have managed to save it, but it might be that the contents have been moved to Dumfries. I'm really not sure what the outcome was. It was very recent.
That's Ruthwell Church. We're really hoping it's going to be open because it actually is home to the Ruthwell Cross, which is one of our most historically valuable architects? No, it's one of our most historically valuable artefacts from the Anglo-Saxon period. I think it was found half buried in a field somewhere around here.
So this is the Brow Well, not far from Ruthwell, where we've just been to visit the Cross and the Savings Bank Museum. And something called a chalybeate, or is it chalybeate well, rich in iron. And I have to admit, it doesn't look very inviting at the moment, but it was thought to have good healing properties, and Robert Burns was advised to come here by his doctor when he was failing health towards the end of his life, and he bathed here, and I don't know if it made him feel any better, but 3 months later he died. We do have a little bit of Robbie Burns' poem around the edge. Is it "O thou unknown almighty cause of all my hope and fear, in whose dread presence ere an hour perhaps I must appear."
Stopping.
Well, we're heading towards Dumfries, and assuming this is an old railway line, which I don't remember spotting on the map. And we're wondering if it's got anything to do with all the munitions work that went on in the area during especially the First World War, but then on to the Second World War. So a bit of research is required. The sun's come out for us for a short while as we follow the River Nith up to Dumfries. Beginning to get a bit chilly while we were sitting having our lunch. First bridge was built here over the River Nith at Dumfries in 1270 by Lady Devigilla, who was the most powerful woman in Scotland of her time. It was replaced about 150 years later with the first stone bridge, which lasted another couple of hundred years until the floods washed it away and had to be rebuilt again. Apparently this is a Ruthwellian railway path leading Dumfries. Looks like we go left. Castle Douglas 16. That's where we're headed for today. So Dumfries was a little bit busy in the middle, but it's hugely historical significance. For one thing, this Lady Devigilla, her son John went on to become John I of Scotland, but also she married John Balliol as of I think it was her under his name that founded Balliol College. And the other significant historical fact about Dumfries is it's actually where Robert the Bruce saw off his opposition to the throne, John Comyn, in a church, which caused him a few problems when it came to actually being crowned as king, because the church weren't too happy with him. We've had a lot of potholes on this road. I'm wondering what kind of winters they get here for the quality of the road that's suddenly deteriorated on this side of the hill. It is beautiful though. Absolutely stunning. And there's an encouraging little blue sign to tell us that yes, we're still en route.